This is what has me worried about my son when he gets older. In this video, she's talking about this poster that she saw where it says Josie is in no position to give consent, but they're both drunk. So it's like, how come the guy is in a position to give consent?
It says Jake was drunk, Josie was drunk. Jake and Josie hooked up. Josie could not consent. The next day, Jake was charged. A woman who is intoxicated cannot give her legal consent. It says Jake was drunk, Josie was drunk. So they're starting off on equal footing, right? Then it says Jake and Josie hooked up. It doesn't say that anybody was passed out. It doesn't say that anybody was forced. It says Jake and Josie hooked up. Cool. Josie could not consent. How is it that Josie could not consent, but Jake could? Like, if they were both drunk.
To not muddy the waters, how about we just tell our kids to not drink alcohol? Because the presence of alcohol just messes up the entire situation. For both of them to be drunk, but only one of them being protected is kind of just off to me. It's not logically, I don't know, it just pins men as immediately the predators. And honestly, yes, men were predators for a long time. I don't want to take that away, but I feel like we have evolved as people, and a lot of men are out here starting to be a little bit more conscious of what kind of man they're being and what kind of character that they have. I'm going to make sure that I teach my son about consent as well as alcohol. Like, I'm going to make sure I get him to understand that it makes no sense whatsoever to have sex with a drunk man. I always told my daughter to never be the drunk bitch at the party. Never be the girl that lets a guy get her drunk on a date. If a guy comes to you and the first thing he says to you is, you want to go get some drinks, he's trying to get you drunk enough so he can hit that. And I don't want my son to be that. Also, I don't want my son to be caught up in a situation to where consent is defined differently for him because of his gender than it is for a woman because of hers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is just terrible.